In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this Majesty 100. This was first delivered in 2020. Inside, you can sleep 10 guests in 5 different staterooms. It can house up to 6 crew. In Majesty Yachts, they're a brand from Gulfcraft. They're based in the UAE, and they build a pretty spectacular yacht. We've previously toured the 140, the 120, and the 111. It's actually 108 feet and 5 inches. The beam is 22 feet and 8 inches, and it has a draft of 5 feet and 6 inches. So it is cheating a little bit when you compare it to yachts that are exactly 100 feet in length, but I still think this is a fantastic example of what Majesty was able to accomplish in a package that, let's just say, is under 110 feet. And this yacht is kind of a hybrid between a raised pilothouse design, because you still have the Sky Lounge, although it's technically not a tri-deck super yacht, and you'll see this multi-tiered level that I'm referring to in just a little bit. This model is presented by Worth Avenue Yachts, so thank you to them for granting me access on board. Now this yacht comes with 0-speed stabilizers. It has a very light interior, and combined with the large windows, you get lots of natural light. So we're going to make our way on board. As you can see right here, we have a jet ski, or a sea-doo I should say, and it's on the hydraulic swim platform. And then I also love how this is displayed, because you can see we have the tender garage opened, or I should say the toy garage open, and you can see the track system, so you'll kind of get a sense of how these are pushed out onto the hydraulic swim platform, and then you can lower them into the water, and that's how you release your toys off of this yacht. You have the stairs leading up to the aft deck on either side. So we'll take a few steps up to your aft deck area. We have the large teak table with the bench seating. And there's also a shade. You can maybe make out the track for it in this pillar, but there is a shade that will come down for privacy or just protection from the sun. You'll also see on this side you have the teak lined, and that's because you have a fold-out balcony that greatly increases the space on your aft deck. And luckily we have some space at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, so you can see what that looks like over on this side. And I just think it's a nice touch that you have it on both sides, so depending on how you're configured, you get a lot of flexibility, whether you just put out one or you extend both of them. The stairs will lead up to the flybridge. Then there's also a door that leads down to the engine room, which we'll see later on in the tour. And then we have slightly curved doors, and these are powered, but currently they're just locked open. But this is how you enter the main salon. As I mentioned before, a very light, very airy interior. Majesty always does a great job with their designs, whether they do it in-house or sometimes they consult with external firms. Either way, I've never seen a Majesty yacht I didn't like, and this one is no exception. There is a large TV that rises up between the dining area and the main living area. And we'll see the dining area here. And as we're going through this tour, I want you to comment down below. I love hearing your opinions. So whether it's related to the design, from an actual engineering perspective, like the layout, or if you just want to comment on the actual interior design, I love hearing your thoughts. There's a door over here that leads to the galley. We'll see that in a moment. There's also a side access door. And then no staircase up, just the single staircase leading down to the guest cabins. There's a day head on this level. There we go. And then on the main level, you do have your owner's suite, starting with your desk area, and behind you, you have your walk-in closet, as well as the ensuite. So I guess we'll actually go in here first. You have your safe built in, and then more closets on this side. Your double vanity, and you have lovely white marble in here, as well as the toilet, the bidet, and then your walk-in shower with the large window, your bench, and the rainfall shower, of course. Look how big that is. Along with the accent lighting, looks very impressive. Then continuing forward, you'll find your bed. I love how this looks with the lights underneath. And you get the full beam of the yacht, as well as a large TV up on the wall. Now downstairs, we're going to find 4 additional cabins and a really large landing area. I think we'll start with the VIPs, and as you can probably make out, they're mirrored to each other. And the bathrooms, they're all very similar with all that white marble. I think you can't go wrong with a design like this. It's very clean, very timeless, and it goes with a lot of different color palettes as well. So depending on your mood or depending on the styling you're going for, you can really customize that to your liking. Then through here, same thing as before. Your wall of closets. And really large TVs in here as well. Not a big deal, but certainly nice to have. Then if we continue forward in this area, we have 2 additional cabins. Here's one, it's a twin room, and they did a really good job with the Pullman on this one. You can see it's designed really nicely, and it's integrated really well into the wall, so you barely notice it. So you can technically sleep 1 additional guest in here. And you'll also see the track in the floor, and that's because these 2 singles can be pushed together to form a queen. And they also have a decent sized TV on the wall, and another white marble lined ensuite. Now, historically, this yacht has been a very successful charter yacht. It has a great program, but I also can see how this yacht would be great for private use. You can fit a lot of people on board with your second Pullman. So actually, you can sleep up to 12 guests, technically. And in this room, it's slightly different. There's no track in the floor, so these 2 singles appear to be fixed. So flexibility in one room, and a little more fixed in the other. Lovely finishes in every single room. No complaints whatsoever from me. So yeah, I think I said 10 guests in the intro, but actually, as we saw, you can sleep 12. Which from a charter perspective does make things even better. Say you're going to use those last 2 rooms for kids, and then all the adults sleep in the owner suite and the VIP cabins. It's always nicer to be able to fit more people on board. So let's walk over to the galley. We slide this door over. You have a side access door. Looks like a little sink and refrigerator, or maybe that's an ice maker. Actually, it's a mini dishwasher, it looks like. Interesting. And then through this door is the galley. Looks like Miele appliances, and I really like how they integrated the freezers and the refrigerators into the woodwork. And it also looks like we have a fold-out table over here, just giving you some extra functional space. The dishwasher, it's a Miele Professional Series. It's also paneled with the same woodwork. Nice little touch there. And then you can also access the main hallway through this door here. So you can see how you can loop around, get around this yacht very easily if you're a crew member. And then down this staircase, this is where their area is located. So they don't have a full-on mess, but this is a really good sized crew cabin. You get a lot of real estate over here. Then their ensuite, located right here. And it looks like you don't have a full-on shower, but there is a railing, so you can curtain it off so it's half wet room, half ensuite. Teak lining for the drain. Still a decent size. And you get one additional crew cabin right here. And as you can see, your washer and dryer are also located in this area. Now, we need to head upstairs, and you can do so via the aft deck, but I actually think we're going to go from the inside because you have a really unique layout with the bridge. I mentioned in the intro, it's basically a raised pilot house, but with the addition of a nice sky lounge. So we take a few steps up, and this was where I would consider this to be the raised pilot house. You have the L-shaped seating right here with the expandable table. Then you can see all your electronics. You have your Garmin multifunction displays, your compass in the middle, and very super yacht-esque features. I mean, this is a super yacht at 108 feet, but a very aggressive look with the vertical windows. You see that on a lot of Majesty yachts, and I really like that feature. And I like the little bits of LED lights on the vertical columns. And we have another L-shaped seating area right back here. So normally on a raised pilot house, you don't get a sky lounge necessarily, but on this one, you do. So we take a few steps up, and then this is an interior space. Look at this, absolutely beautiful. The lighting in the ceiling, TV on the wall, little table right here, and then your seating area right back here. And then you get another set of vertical windows. Pretty cool design. And I'm going to put a picture of this yacht's profile on the screen. And with the vertical windows, you can kind of make out the two different spaces between the bridge and then the sky lounge. And then guys, I think it's about to start raining, and in Florida, it'll rain for a short amount of time, but normally very hard. So luckily my backpack's on the yacht. I think my shoes are over on the dock, so that's a little disappointing. Those are going to be soaked the rest of the day, but we'll figure that out later. You can see a crew member over here trying to get things set up. They work extremely hard at these shows. At the end of the day, if my shoes get wet, not a big deal. I can go back to the hotel, I have another pair. Not a huge showstopper necessarily, but just mildly inconvenient. But hey, what are you going to do? I actually am going to quickly run off the back of the yacht. Let me see if I can grab them. All right, guys, they're kind of under a table. They're kind of not. But like I said, what are you gonna do? I don't want to get my feet and socks wet to actually go grab them, but they're under that tiny, tiny table. I think we'll be all right. For now, we'll skip upstairs. Let's go down to the engine room. And I promise we'll go up to the flybridge later in the video. One thing I really like, you have the full-size door and an actual built-out staircase. And it's interesting because the crew area is actually split between the area we saw before. So as you can see, they have their L-shaped seating area, their table, another laundry facility in here, microwave, camera system so they can monitor everything. Another refrigerator and freezer. And it looks like one more crew cabin as well. So I think 3 crew cabins in total, and that's how you get up to 6 crew members. And this one's actually pretty nice with the rainfall shower, and it's a full separate shower. And we will access the engines through this door here. Very easy door to open. And then we have one more actually, kind of an engineering space between the two. All right, it is loud in here, so I will show you the engine rooms, and then you know how I work sometimes. I will come back into this crew area, and then I will talk about the engines. All right, now that that's closed up, as you may have saw, this comes with a pair of MAN V12 engines, 1,874 horsepower each, giving you a pretty nice top speed of 20 knots. You can cruise at 14.5, and you get about 1,500 nautical miles of range. I'm sure you could go a little further if you dropped it down, but that's an average range at that cruising speed. And I appreciate you all sticking with me. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you leave a like on the video, and also subscribe if you're new to the channel. Or if you've been around for a while and you just happen to not be subscribed, make sure you hit that button and the notification bell. And see guys, that's how Florida works sometimes. It's already done raining. It just rained very heavily for just a moment. We're gonna work our way up this side deck. I think it's gonna be impossible not to get our feet wet, so let me just take my socks off. That's kind of the whole point of teak. It's okay that it gets wet. And let's be real, it's okay if our feet get wet. Not an issue whatsoever. Although unfortunately, these are probably gonna be covered for a while now. But this is another fantastic area on the Majesty. They normally do a really good job with their foredecks. Here are those two sets of vertical windows. But underneath here, you have a U-shaped seating section, the speakers built in, and your two tables. You have a sun pad area. You have a sun pad area right here. And we also have the cup holders built in. And then all the way forward, you have a little bench here. And then it's mostly the business end with your winches, your bollards, and the anchor chain. And the hatch is actually missing at the moment. They have it, don't worry, it's just removed for now. But you have a large storage locker in here and the bell all the way forward. And we are certainly not going up there. It's very wet and it's not really worth the risk to see anything, but you can see a small ladder right here. And that's so the crew members can get up there and service these areas. It's not really a usable guest space. And then if we continue back, this will bring us to the flybridge area that we passed earlier. There's a gate to the staircase which leads down to the aft deck where we started. And then we'll see here, you have the bar area with a sink. Let's see what else we have. Looks like a refrigerator, an ice maker, and I think there's a trash can in the way, but you have another refrigerator as well as the grill, or cooktop, I should say. So a very well-stocked area. You have the built-in bar chairs, and then freestanding furniture out here. You could customize this however you'd like. You have the shade overhead. All right, and I think we've now seen every single area on this yacht. This is another powered door. and that's where we were inside when it started to rain. So this is the Sky Lounge. Then if you walked on here, as mentioned, this is the aft deck. All right, we're gonna stand on the teak for a moment just so our feet can dry off. That's the nice thing, even if you leave some wet footmarks, they just go away in a minute or two. All right, feet are dry enough to go inside. We'll give you another look at this main level. I've never seen a Majesty yacht I don't like, and that trend continues with this one. Thank you to Worth Avenue Yachts for granting us access on board. Thanks for sticking with me if you made it this far. I know we got a little crazy with the rain there. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you next time.